What's up? Welcome back to a new video. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Today we are following up the previous video of TV series to watch with different stuff that you can watch on Disney Plus and Netflix specifically. So there are different series or movies that you can watch on them that we would recommend, that we've watched and that we really enjoyed and that we think that you could watch during the next lockdown. Okay? Okay? Okay. Okay. Welcome to a new video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go. So I can learn how to love. Okay, so the first series that we're going to recommend is Stranger Things on Netflix. I'm sure a lot of people have watched it, but for those of you who haven't, there's
Get your act together.
I think there's 3 seasons.
3 seasons
so far, and the next one's coming out soon. So, to give you an overview of Stranger Things, it's based in an American city. It's town really, isn't it?
Hawkins town.
Yeah, but there's an area of the town that there's some sketchy stuff happening. We'll say sketchy stuff happening. Where there's different tests being run, and it's how this group of kids figure it out, and there's a certain person who comes and helps them to what do you say, stop the strange carry-ons. So it's kind of like there's a parallel universe.
Yeah.
And the two of them are starting to merge, and they have to try and stop it. But yeah, it's a good series. A bit of drama, well, a lot of drama in it. A bit of a thriller too. It's actually very well done for the series that it is.
Alan was a bit afraid in the first season.
In the first season, I know 3 of them.
Well, as the seasons progressed, it got kind of a wee bit more scary. He likes it, but
I do like it, but
not a fan of certain parts.
There is moments where I'm like, there's something going to jump out. Something's going to jump out. But it is a very good series.
It's
so
very
Stranger
well done.
Things on Netflix.
There's not many shows like it.
Yes.
Like the likes of, as we talked in the video before, like Modern Family and How I Met Your Mother. They're very kind of similar.
Yes.
With a nice storyline and a nice kind of family friend vibe. Whereas this one, I don't think we've watched anything similar to it.
No,
it's done very well.
It's one of those series where you kind of need to watch what's going on.
You do kind of need to watch,
because if you miss an episode, you're going to miss why they're doing the next thing in the next episode. You know, but I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 in terms of like how it's put together and how it comes across on screen, and the actual without saying it's ruining too much, like say the alien species that seem to appear is actually very well done on camera.
The graphics of it are quite good.
It looks like something real.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I'm
going to give it a 4 out of 5 as well. I like how you kind of get attached to the characters in it. But I'd say in too much, like the 3rd season is a bit of a tearjerker at the end. But we'll see what happens in the next season.
Right. So that one is on Netflix. The next one we're going to give you is on Disney Plus. It is a spin-off from Star Wars. It's called Mandalorian, and it's actually probably my favourite series at this very moment in time. Hannah may
have a slight
addiction to Baby Yoda. We're going to call him Baby Yoda for this video because we don't want to ruin anything.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, well worth a watch. It's a spin-off from Star Wars. It's based in between, I think it's the 6th movie and the 7th. So it's based between the more recent movies. Prior to the more recent movies, the most recent 3. And it's basically about bounty hunter who is a Mandalorian, and he is given a bounty to go and get this creature, and he brings the creature back and realizes
that he likes the creature,
and he gets a slight bit attached to the creature, and the remaining of the series is how he gets it back to his kind. Very well worth a watch. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you haven't watched it, I don't even think you need to watch the Star Wars to see it.
I was just about to say, you don't really need to watch the other movies. If you do, it's an added bonus. You'll kind of get more of the references and stuff like that, but it's not a necessity.
Yeah, you could easily watch this as a separate series completely.
Simple knowledge of the other movies, even just the other movie characters.
Yeah.
You'll grasp.
Yeah, it is really easy to understand, and like you can follow it.
Plus you'll all fall in love with Baby Yoda like I did.
And the theme does get stuck in your head.
Alan Minto listens to the theme song while walking and in the gym and walking around the house. Casually.
Okay, so that we had Disney Plus, we're gonna go back to Netflix now. This is one that Hannah maybe wasn't as big of a fan of, but it's a series of unfortunate events. It's a series, and it goes through the book versions of them in each episode. The reason I liked it so much is because as a kid I read the books with Mom and my brother Paul. We read all the books, so when I seen Netflix come out with the series, I couldn't wait to watch it. It's how would I say it? It's about
interesting.
It's about 3 orphans and how they keep getting put with these guardians, and we don't know how none of them are related, and it just follows them about this fella who's played by actually Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother, and he's trying to get them. Yeah,
that's really I couldn't think of it there.
Yeah, I was gone there. But he is trying to get their fortune, so he's trying to adopt them to get their fortune because they obviously were left with a sum of money. But it's an enjoyable. I find it enjoyable. Like it's not too detailed.
It's good. It is good.
But it is kind of it is a childish.
It's very irritating.
Yeah.
It's good but irritating.
The things that happen, some of the things that happen, you're like, why isn't this being questioned? It is kind of, it's a series that you can watch with kids. It's not kind of an all adult series, but I found it very enjoyable. Hannah, not as much, but
I did enjoy it.
But she got hooked.
I just got very annoyed at certain situations. But I had to finish it.
Yeah.
Because it would have annoyed me if I didn't.
I think it's broken into 3 seasons, but all of them are available on Netflix at the moment. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because some of the stuff didn't match up. But in terms of the books, they did stick very well to the books with the storyline the whole way through, and each of the different episodes are named after the books. There's no like confusion about which one you're on. I enjoyed it. The episodes are quite short as well. They're
only like
25
minutes maybe.
So you will get through them quite quickly. I'm interested to see your grade though.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay.
Because it wasn't, like, it was done very well. The series itself was made very well. I thought the casting was very well. Neil Patrick Harris plays the part very well. Like, isn't it in the movie, is Jim Carrey?
Yeah, Jim Carrey
Jim Carrey is the main character in the movie. So, he does play the part quite well. It was enjoyable. It's just, certain situations were very irritating to me. A few times I was shouting at the TV, but
if you're looking for something, if you're looking for something to watch with kids or all the family, it's a good one to watch. The next one we have down on the list is one kind of like the Brooklyn Nine-Nine one in the previous video, but on the other hand, it's one that Hannah's watched that I haven't, so I'm not going to grade it. It's High School Musical, the series.
It was very good. The casting of it was very well done. Acting wise, it wasn't the best. but it was still good, if you know what I mean. Like, it was very lighthearted, and it was based on the East High School that High School Musical is made in. It's basically the normal students doing High School Musical as their yearly musical, if that makes sense. But I thought the casting was very good. It was our friend Hayley who told me about it, and I started watching it, and it's very well done. The songs in it are like next level. They're so good. And it's Kenny Ortega who directed it, who directed High School Musical, so you can kind of see the similarities between them. Rate wise, I'd give it a 4. Yeah, it was good, but there's better, if that makes sense.
So this is on Disney Plus.
This is on Disney Plus. I think they've done a Christmas special this year as well, with new songs. It's the cast going through a Christmas special, but it's very dramatic, like High School Musical. Like there's a girl, like there's characters similar to Sharpay and Ryan, and then you have somebody who's playing the likes of Zach or Troy and Gabriella. It is very well done. It's very well put together for the series that it is. Like when I first heard High School Musical, the series, I was like, oh, this is going to be not great, but it was very good, very enjoyable to watch.
So we'll stick with Disney Plus for now, and we'll go on to a movie that we watched. It's based on a true story. It's American football related, but there's not a lot of American football in it. It's called Safety. It's about a guy who gets picked to come and play for Clemson, the college over in America, and let's say his mom happens to have to go away for a while, and he's left minding his brother, and it's basically about how Clemson is such a family that everyone tries to help him, but because of the rules over in America with college students and college athletes, they can't get certain help from the college because it's seen as beneficial or paying them to play for them, and it gets questioned. So it's based on a true story. It's very well done. It's very well, comes across well on the screen. You understand the storyline. I would highly recommend it as a movie. It's I think it's about an hour and a half long, an hour and 40 minutes long.
It's very family orientated, like.
Yeah, it is. It's a good family movie, but it's based on the true story, as I said. But at the end of the movie, it takes you to the true story. So it takes you to the guy that the movie is based on Oprah, explaining the story. So it is actually, it comes full circle, so you can understand it. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to say a 4.5 out of 5 in terms of the movie, because I enjoyed kind of the sporting side of it as well. But if you're not into the sporting side,
it's still enjoyable, because I'm not into the sporting side of it. But it was still an enjoyable movie, if that makes sense. I'm going to give it a 4.
You're going to give it a 4?
4 out of 5.
Right, and the last one we're going to recommend to you is another movie on Disney Plus. It's called Onward. Hannah enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I'm going to say I enjoyed it. But there was a point in the movie where I was kind of like, okay. So the start of the movie, I didn't know not that I didn't know what was going on, but I wasn't really following where they were going with the movie. But there's a certain point in the movie where I was like, okay, I see where they're going with this. If you get what I'm saying.
I did enjoy it. It's not, like, I would watch it again. But it's not one of those Disney movies that, like, kind of, unless it's just me, but it didn't kind of, a lot of Disney movies make me cry. And it didn't make me cry. The casting of it is very well done. I think it's Chris Pratt and Tom Holland as the two brothers in it. But it is done quite well. Like, it's a wee bit different compared, like a lot of the time Disney movies, they kind of not stick to the same thing, but it's kind of, at this stage, it's probably hard for them to think of things.
Yeah,
but
different
different storylines and different worlds and different kind of, stuff like that, but I thought it was good. I'd probably give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I'd say a 3.5 out of 5. It's not... The best way to describe it is, it's a Disney movie, but it's not. It's not, for me, it's not a top tier Disney movie. It's not. No. It's not one that you're going to say, you can watch that
I don't think
6 or 7 times,
yeah,
and still enjoy it.
I don't think I'd ever find myself being like, I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
I've watched it once, it was good.
It's a middle of the road movie for me. It's not. It's one that you should watch. It's a good movie. If
you haven't watched it, it is a good movie to watch. Now you could have a different opinion,
but it's not like say, for example, Lion King, where if it's on you'd watch it again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's our movie recommendations and our TV series recommendations. Make sure you like and subscribe to keep up to date with new videos. Until next time.